Others will be criticizing me. Others will be criticizing you. Others will be harder on myself. You'll never know how I truly have felt. Makes you wanna say, this thing really does suck ass. Makes you wanna say, even things from the past. Makes you wanna say, this is the worst thing I have seen. Makes you wanna say, what the fuck, Marine? What the fuck, Marine? What the fuck, Marine? What the fuck, Marine? What the fuck, Marine?
Great. Now you're just going to invade my room while I'm gone? What's next? You're going to kill my family, or even worse, make them play shitty games for the rest of their existence?
No, listen.
I'm sick of this, man. You pop in while I'm sleeping, playing a game now when I'm gone. I'm afraid if I take a shit, you may be in the bathtub next to me or something. I can't have friends over without them to warn them about not to go into that fucking closet, or else a gimp will pop out.
No, it's really not that bad.
I can't even have a woman over because, God forbid, a creep or something wearing all black while I'm out trying to street talk her. Like, how am I supposed to explain this to anyone? There's just a man who's just living in my closet who may or may not be there at a given time.
Could you just shut up just for a moment?
My mom heard you the last time you were here. I walked out of my room the last time, and she rushed in here and tore the room apart and found nothing. When I explained to her not to go into the closet, she went in there with a comically large spoon. For some godforsaken reason, I figured she was going to hit you with it, but obviously you weren't there. I hate having to deal with you and your stupid timelines and your women and your problems, and frankly, I'm sick of it.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, first off, I want to say this affects you as much as it affects me. Now, there's no other way out to put this, but she's not coming back.
Who is she?
You know her.
No, I really don't. If I did, I wouldn't be asking.
I can't say her name. If I did, she wouldn't appreciate it.
Okay.
Time is running out, and you will need to go through the elevator to another location. You will not be able to come back for some time.
Says who?
Says Tony.
Tony? Well, I haven't spoken to him in a long time.
You're running with him on a very long trip. It won't be pleasant.
Right. Okay, whatever. Why are you here?
I'm here to tell you that your future is sown in your past.
What's that supposed to mean?
I brought a friend with me from a separate dimension. You know, I think you would like to meet her.
Hello, Marineman!
You gotta be kidding me. So, Onyx left, and I'm here with some pony that I'm super familiar with, and I'm sure you have many questions such as, what does this have to do with my past? Well, quite frankly, I used to be a huge brony. Now the term might be new to some of you people, but I can explain. According to the Oxford fucking dictionary, it's a man who is a fan of My Little Pony, television program, and range of toys. It was so popular that Oxford had to give it a definition? Yes it was. The show Friendship is Magic blew up tremendously. Back when YouTube copyright was looser than Mia Khalifa after a shoot, you could watch the first 3 seasons of Friendship is Magic on YouTube. Then Hasbro saw how much money they were potentially losing, so they cracked down copyright on the show. This show spawned a fandom that was wild. I can't tell you about the fanfics that became popular during the golden age of MLP. The Rainbow Factory and Shed were just 2 fanfics that were horror themed that circulated YouTube through song and animation. where Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie respectively turn into murderers and wreak havoc on Ponyville, skinning ponies for making cupcakes and turning the blood into rainbows. It was awesome.
Good times. Good times.
My friend Riley told me to watch the show. I watched the first episode and I remember being uninterested. It centered around Twilight, who was new to Ponyville and was tasked to make new friends and report back to Princess Celestia on her progress. There was Nightmare Moon, who later turned out to be Princess Luna. The main six, and I mean main as in horse mane, not main spelled M-A-I-N. Anyway, the main six consisted of Twilight, Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, Fluttershy, and of course, my favorite, Rainbow Dash, who was a nice symbol of gay pride for the community. It all balanced out. 2 unicorns, 2 Pegasus, and 2 Earth ponies. They got introduced through the first episode, but wait, it was a 2-part special. In the second episode, they turned Nightmare Moon back into Princess Luna with the elements of Harmony. I think, I remember this. I could be wrong. Think of these as your affinity stone to Friendship is Magic, a MacGuffin if you will. I watched episode 3 and it was a normal type of episode. An episode you will find on your average Saturday morning. Each season usually had a 2-part season finale or a 2-part season beginning. And that's when the crazy shit happens. Except season 3 ended with a musical number of Twilight becoming a alicorn. That's a unicorn and a Pegasus crossbreed, if you didn't know. I remember, I think in the beginning of season 3, the antagonist Sombra gets killed by shattering into pieces. The first death in the show. It blew my balls off. Like, look, it infected me where that I have a Rainbow Dash head on my fucking wall. It's a nightlight. It keeps me safe. A mug, a cup that says 20% cooler, which is a phrase that Rainbow Dash says to Rarity about a dress she made for her that became a famous one-liner, as you can tell. I also have a piggy bank to keep my coins safe. Sadly, these are all collecting dust, since My Little Pony and bronyism is not popular anymore. Or at least, it's very dormant.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, but look, I can talk your ear off about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and its lore and characters, such as Derpy Hooves, who was a pony with special needs. She talked with a lisp and had a lazy eye, and she was very dumb in her first appearance. And parents got mad, so Hasbro fixed her to not be special needs, which was very distasteful in my opinion. Anyway, I made my point. We are reviewing a game today made by a lone developer, iSmartMan. He made a My Little Pony RPG game, so let's take a look. The game opens up with the serious tone-type menu music with standard RPG Maker main menu stuff. It seems a bit out of place for this game, but let's get into it. Oh my god, look at this wall of text. It's basically just telling you about the main points of episodes 1 and 2 and some other things through season 3. It's just a detailed summary of the show, which I've already told you, so let's move on. Our first cutscene is with Celestia and Princess Luna. They notice some fuck shit has been happening with the main six, so Celestia tells Luna to investigate. We finally get into gameplay around 4 minutes in. We go into Ponyville and talk to locals like Carrot Top and Octavia. Oh, Derpy Hooves is here. I wonder what she says. Muffin. Forget that I asked, Derpy. Forget that I asked. We find Spike at Twilight's library. He says the main six is acting weird and all have been slowly leaving Ponyville. He also says that Rainbow Dash is the only one nearby in the Everfree Forest, where Fluttershy's house is. So we go there and get into our first taste of combat. We fight snakes and slimes. The turn-based battle here is simple. It doesn't take too much strategy, just heal when you're low on health. You keep fighting through random encounters, which is low-key annoying and testing my patience until you find Rainbow Dash at Fluttershy's house. She's scared and doesn't want to leave Ponyville, so she'll do anything to protect it. So what's the most reasonable thing to do here? Well, you fight her as Rainbow Dash Nightmare. This is the first boss, and this is where it gets kind of frustrating. Like, you hit her and you see damage points, but is she nearly dead? Am I doing a good bit of damage, or am I not doing enough? Like, sure, I see my health in MP, but I don't see the boss's health. How am I supposed to know if I'm winning or getting my ass beat? Well, after you beat her, you unlock Scan, so hopefully you won't have that issue anymore. You talk with Rainbow Dash and she explains that each of the others' main 6 vanish one by one. We already figured that from earlier, okay? And we can also assume some evil essence is controlling them like in Controlled Rainbow Dash. We go back to Princess Celestia and they assume that Applejack would have sent a letter home right about now, so they go off to Applejack's farm. Okay, that's great and all, but what's with the lack of a shop to buy healing items? I barely got out of this boss fight alive, and we find chests that have healing items, but the thing is, we've killed mobs to get currency, and there's no store to spend that currency so far. Also, we have magic attacks, now we need to recover our MP. We don't have the items that give us what we need, so what are we supposed to do?
This game sucks.
Yeah, you got that right. There are other My Little Pony games, such as like Shatter Limits, which was a remake of Run, which was a cool math game. Other My Little Pony games ran off of Flash, which got nuked since Flash Player is no longer supported. We're stuck with this game, and sadly, I'm just not all that interested. The turn-based is stale, the story, though shrouded in mystery, is not all that appealing. There has to be something else.
Keep playing the game. Maybe it will get better.
After a bit, we run into Granny Smith, and she says she has no letter from Applejack. But the fucking Cutie Mark Crusaders need help. Great. The Cutie Mark Crusaders were 3 fillies, quote unquote, that were on a quest to get their cutie marks. And this is a side note. Anyway, there's something going on in the mountains. Rainbow Dash gets down in battle while I'm on the way there, so I have to escape and find a shop, which I did, and I bought all the healing I could. I was able to progress 5 more feet, and then died. It sends you all the way back to the beginning of the town before meeting Granny Smith. So you have to walk all the way to Apple Acres, go to the cutscene, go back fighting, blah 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 blah. It's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. I give up. Rainbow Dash analysis.
This game sucks.
You bet your ass it sucks. It's unbalanced. The enemies are overpowered. Yeah, I could grind, but it's the beginning of the game. That's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to. Fuck that. This game, if I could, I would throw it across the room. It gives My Little Pony a bad name. I would have rather jump out the window and pray that a Pegasus would come and save me. This game is ass. The story is ass. The gameplay is ass. Fuck this game. I'm out.